Let's get into it. TikTok moms begging for gifts for their children on live. Let's get into the clips.
I am so sorry. At the interest of being a total Grinch, I have to come on here and get something off of my chest. Okay, I just saw a video, and I'm so sick of these videos, where a mom was pushing a shopping cart through a Walmart, and she's going, oh, well, I would like to buy this for my daughters, and I would like to buy that for my daughters, and I just can't. I don't have the extra $7. Neither do I. I have 11 cents in my bank account right now, and I'm not begging. When my kids were little, I would, talk to local charities so that they had something. I made sure I was on those lists the first day so I could make Christmas magic for my kids because I knew I couldn't afford it. I used those charities for maybe 2 or 3 years when times were really, really bad. And now this year I was able to give back through Operation Santa.
Shout out to her. And the key here was she planned ahead. Again, we all know where Christmas falls. I mean, literally have 12 months. The key is to plan, especially if you know you're probably going to come up short.
It was tight, it was a stretch, but I did it. Now my kids are a little older, almost 9 and 14. Wait until this woman's pushing a cart through the electronics aisle when she has preteens and teenagers and she's trying to afford video game systems and headsets and things like that. A little common sense will tell you to plan ahead. I can't feel sorry for you if you're waiting till the last minute to buy for a little kid, if you haven't pulled all your resources available to you. I mean, if you knew you were that poor for a while before Christmas, you had weeks to plan ahead, whether it was utilizing like local resources, family help, uh, churches, Angel Tree, something, and people would have been willing to help you. But to come on here and bellyache and boohoo that you don't have $7, I mean, like, what is the point? What do you want us to do about it now? Like, you dropped the ball, mom. Good job. I don't mean to be.
The whole point of it is it's a dry bag. They don't want to come out and directly ask for it. It's a dry bag. They know people will feel sympathy in the live for them and donate money.
Insensitive and be an asshole. I'm just really frustrated like for these poor kids because as a mother, like I said, I personally, when I know things are bad and things are tight and things are bad and tight right now, I go out of my way to make sure that it's in my budget somehow, even if I'm selling things on Marketplace, which I have been, that I haven't used in a while, to make sure that my kids have a good Christmas, that they get things that bring them joy. Do better.
Again, shout out to this mom for planning ahead, not going on TikTok and trying to dry bag. This says me watching all these other moms on TikTok spend thousands of dollars on Christmas while you're trying to figure out how I'm going to do Christmas for six little ones counting on me. Again, this is a prime example of a dry bag. They put statuses up like this to elicit sympathy and hopefully, to get the donations to roll in. Now let's go to the comment section on this video and see what the commenters were saying. Okay. All right, this is the video here. Let's go to the comment section. I've put some of my tax refund into my savings for Christmas every year. Six kids, you should be getting a lot back. Okay. It says, get a job. Don't have kids if you can't afford to take care of them. I have seven. I take care of mine, not sit here trying to make people feel sorry for you. Then someone says, don't have six kids. Um, Someone says, but you got those fresh highlights. I guess they're making reference to her hair, having highlights in her hair. We've done videos on the hair care industry, and we know that that stuff is not cheap, but maybe she did it herself. Someone says, how much does the ink cost? I guess they're referring to her tattoos. Someone says, real question, is this a trend? This is like the 10th video that I have seen. Yes, I have seen this multiple phrase going around on multiple TikToks when I was doing research for the video. Again, like I said, this is the dry bag. People come on here with a sad face. They put some sympathetic music behind it, um, all to look to elicit donations. When I mean everyone is struggling, and then it doesn't help that she has 6 children. That's quite a few. I mean, again, if you knew you couldn't afford the first one child, two, three, four, five, how do we get to six? To me, that just seems a bit irresponsible, and a lack of planning. Again, we know Christmas once a year, you have 12 months. I mean, I know people who start buying 6 months ahead. Every paycheck, they'll buy one little thing. And then by the time they get to Christmas, they have everything they need. Let's just go over a few more comments before we go to the next video. It said, comments did not disappoint. It says, hair and nails done though. Someone said, I had 4, but I shopped all year. Please plan accordingly. Um, I don't know. I stopped getting my nails done and stopped dyeing my hair so I can afford Christmas. Someone says comparison is the greatest theft of joy. So as we can see from the comment section, it's a pretty much overall consensus that people are telling her, like I said, that she did not properly plan, and really she shouldn't be on here dry begging.
TikTok. And listen, I get it. Times are hard, times are tough. I understand there's not enough money out there for everybody. Some people have got it and some people haven't. My only concern is some of these people are not genuine cases. Like, I've clicked on some of these profiles and there's no content of their family, of their children, of their lives. And I just fear that the people that are giving are getting taken advantage of. If you genuinely are in that situation and those circumstances, obviously my heart is breaking for you. And there are avenues that you can go down, e.g. charities. You could buy your kids gifts for all, like board games, things like that. There are cheaper alternatives, and I understand that's not what you want to do. I understand, obviously, if you are a genuine case, you don't even want to come to TikTok to beg. But my only fear is for the people that are giving the money, that they're getting scammed. And I just think if you are going to send somebody money, just please do your research beforehand, because we all love to believe that everybody is good and kind and genuine. But the reality is, in this world, like, they're not. People do take advantage of people. So that's just my only concern.
Very good points. Again, like I said, a lot of people do. This is an act. They run a scam, especially around the holiday times. A lot of people are sympathetic, and they see some of these stories on TikTok, and these sob stories are completely fabricated just to garner gifts and money. Again, so you have to be very careful, and like she said, make sure you do your due diligence. Look on these people's pages, because I mean, you'll see just 2 months ago they were on a vacation, or they were spending, they got a new car, and now you're asking the people to donate money for your children, or you're on here dry begging, indirectly asking for money. So again, make sure you do your research, because like I said, it is a lot of scammers around this time of the year.
I think a lot of people know my views on others begging for money on this app for gifts and stuff like that. And now all you see on here is, when live pop up, is I'm saving up for a games console with parents at it background. Listen, mate, why are you teaching your kids to come on and beg strangers for money because they want something? If you can't afford it, pal, they don't fucking get it. Simple as that, mate. Or do a bit of overtime at work, or pick up another job. Don't come on here and get your kids to fucking beg for money, mate, or gifts. It's disgusting behaviour. What are people teaching the kids these? Yeah, just go and beg strangers for money. That's all right. No, pal. No, mate. Some is might not like that, but no. You don't teach your fucking kids that, pal. At all, mate. At all.
I agree 100%. It's absolutely diabolical to put your kids on TikTok and have them begging for gifts. Again, it doesn't even make sense to have your child on here begging for these game consoles and systems. Number one, these things cost hundreds of dollars. And then you're going to need controllers. Then they're going to want new games. You're not going to be able to even afford the ongoing cost that comes with that system. So why even get your child in that type of mindset? Again, like I said, if you can't afford that stuff, it's best to not even deal with the electronics at all, and trying to get them more meaningful gifts.
Parents, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. I'm not going to make this different clips, but period point blank. You cannot bring a gift in my house for one of my children without bringing a gift for all of them. It's not his birthday. Christmas is around the corner, yes. But somebody called me and was like, what size coat does my oldest wear? And I'm like, is everybody getting a coat? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well then, he can't get a coat. There's nothing wrong with his coat, number one. Number two, who's answering these questions when the other two wonder why they don't have a new coat as well? Like I said, it's not his birthday. When I buy my children things, I buy all three. If one person getting shoes, everybody gets shoes. When they got those coats last year, everybody got a new coat. Same day. I'm not going to let anybody treat one of my children.
This type of logic is absolutely insane. It makes no sense. She keeps acting as if the people or the person who wanted to donate a coat to her son, that is their responsibility to take care of all her kids. No, they were just doing something kind. Maybe they knew that maybe they had a child that outgrew the coat and they knew that, your son was around the same age and they thought it'd be a good idea to, give them the coat. But you rejected the coat because they were unwilling to buy your other three kids coats as well. I mean, this is an insane type of mindset to have. And just, I mean, like I said, I really pray for them children because if this is the mindset of the mother, um, Lord only knows what she's teaching these children.
On TikTok and like a shamble about how some parents basically don't have their kids Christmas gifts or whatever, and today is literally December 23rd. When I was growing up, my mama was literally the parent that, bless you, son, that would literally wait. You're welcome, baby. That would wait until literally December 23rd to actually go out and try to get a Christmas tree, to try to put up decorations and stuff like that. Throughout the years, my mom would literally like live paycheck to paycheck. We was on Section 8, food stamps, you name it. Like every letter in the alphabet we was on growing up when I was a kid. For that reason, when I became a mom, I always make sure that I go above and beyond for my kids during Christmas because I literally feel like it's maybe like a trauma response because I do not want my kids to feel like I did not try to hustle for them or make a way for them, especially around the time where Christmas is crucial, especially for kids. When kids go back to school after Christmas break and they already have the new year and stuff, those kids come back and they share to their friends at school, like, hey, how their holiday was, what they received as their gifts, the time that they spent with their family, and, all the fun stuff that they did over their break. When I was growing up, I literally used to be so depressed because I literally had no Christmas gifts. I had no new clothes, no new shoes. Like, I didn't have none of those things. And granted, yeah, my mama was going through like a lot of stuff, depression or whatever the case may be. But for me, I feel like it's really not an excuse because Christmas been around for years. And if you got hella kids, you're on a fixed income or whatever the case may be, I really do feel like you need to really get up off your ass and figure out a way to make sure that there's presents underneath that tree. I know that Christmas is not about gifts. I understand that. But when it comes to those kids, Christmas is definitely about the gifts. I don't want to sound like hella insensitive about the situation because I know that we all go through shit and times do get hard. But at the end of the day, we know that December is coming. We know that Christmas is coming. We know that them kids need gifts. We know that the bills still got to get paid. So if you got to put some extra money to the side throughout the year to make sure that those kids have Christmas gifts, if you got to pay a booster to go and steal you and your kids some Christmas gifts, if you got to pick up some extra shifts, work overtime, if you gotta do a little side hustle, do some hair on the side, if you gotta do Instacart, if you gotta Uber, if you gotta do whatever you gotta do, just make sure them kids have gifts underneath that tree. And I feel like if your kids don't have nothing underneath that tree, it just goes to show like really what type of parent you are. We get to see whose children are a priority when it comes to Christmas. You out there having fun, you shaking your ass, you having a ball, you making sure you got your devil's lettuce, your broccoli. You making sure you got you a drink. You making sure you got your hookah. You making sure you going to the club. You making sure you taking your trips, your hair done, your nails done. But then in December, you acting like you can't get them kids no Christmas gifts. Like, that shit is not cool. And as parents, we really got to do better.
I agree. Absolutely spot on. Again, like I said, all year, especially during tax time, they'll have money for everything else. Like she said, you got money for weed, you got money for liquor, you got money for hookah, you got money for wig installs. But then when it comes to, the kids and it comes to December, now you want to get online and dry beg and want others to feel sorry for you when other people made sure they made the proper planning and a proper adjustment to make sure their kids at least have something. Even if it wasn't everything they wanted, at least they had at least one or two things under the tree to open. Because again, like I said, Christmas is important to kids, and especially if they're doing the right thing, they're behaving well, doing good in school, you should at least try to get them at least something. Or like you said, if you know you're going to come up short, there's plenty of programs out there that will help fill the void. But again, it comes back to planning. But sad to say, a lot of parents, I'm not going to say a lot of parents, but some parents nowadays, nothing is planned. The kids never were planned. Christmas was never planned. Everything is spur of the moment, last minute chaos. And these are the results you get where you have parents literally begging online, whether it's directly or e-begging, so their kids can have some type of gifts under the tree.
I'm sorry, I just need to vent for a second because I've been seeing so many moms get on TikTok and make videos about not being able to afford Christmas for their kids. And it's not even those kind of moms. It's the moms where, oh, I can't get everything on their list. Whoopity fucking do. Whoopity do. At least your kids have presents to open. There's actual moms out here that have to go through a Christmas program just to get gifts for their kids. Like, we can't even afford to buy one gift, okay? Like, there's moms out there that don't even know if their lights are going to be on in a week. So stop coming to the internet when you can afford to buy a coffee every day. You can afford to get your lashes done every couple weeks. You're out here getting your hair done and getting extensions when we all know that costs thousands of dollars. Don't go on the internet and paint a picture perfect on your page and then come onto this app and beg for help because you're taking away from the moms that could actually use the help. Thank you. Rant's over.
Okay, I think she's referring to this lady right here who I talked about earlier with these the fake dry bag. You see the highlights, the tattoos, and we saw the comment section where a lot of people were questioning those things. I think that was a response to that video. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, you have moms out here who are scamming, dry begging online, no planning the whole year. But now Christmas is, a week or two away, and now they're online begging and trying to garner sympathy so they can have something for their children under the Christmas tree. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.